Hi all and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. Right, so this evening I've got quite a few things I want to cover. Hopefully they're quite short. I'll try and keep them as short as possible. So with that, I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start off with Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen has vented his frustration at the prospect of having a sprint race over the Chinese Grand Prix weekend. It will be the first time F1 has returned to Shanghai for 5 years. He told reporters before leaving Japan, "I think it's not great, let's say it like that, to do that, because when you have been away from a track for quite a while, I think you never know what you're going to experience, right? So it would have been better to have a normal race weekend there, purely from a driving perspective, performance perspective of the sport. I think it's not the smartest thing to do, but yeah, we'll see what we get there." And I kind of see where he's coming from with that, because that track, like he said, has been left for 5 years. It's a bit of an unknown, and it's a bit of a free-for-all really, with only one practice session, so that is going to be quite a tough weekend, I would have thought. Then I want to move on to something that apparently happened during the Japanese Grand Prix, and that is a letter of intent was believed to have been submitted to F1 CEO Stefano Domenicali by the mayor of Incheon, South Korea. Incheon is located close to the capital and is believed to be proposing a street circuit to debut in F1 in 2026 or 2027, with a view to run for at least 5 years. Then moving on to Red Bull, because Red Bull is reportedly considering offers for its secondary F1 team, VCARB. Helmut Marko said, "There are a lot of interested parties. Ultimately, it's a shareholder decision. The price is high for a team, but nothing has been decided yet." And Ferrari team principal Frederick Vasseur reacted abruptly to a question about Lewis Hamilton. Vasseur was asked about his decision to replace Sainz in 2025 before cutting off the reporter. He said, "We have the same question each weekend. Do a copy and paste of my reply of last week." And yeah, he must be getting fed up with that. And apparently Sebastian Vettel is not part of Toto Wolff's top 3 shortlist to replace Hamilton next year. Bild report Vettel has been linked with a return to Formula 1 2 years after leaving Aston Martin. Instead, Max Verstappen is Wolff's preferred replacement for Hamilton, while Kimi Antonelli and Fernando Alonso are the final 2 names to make the top 3. And having said that, Max Verstappen has reportedly inquired about the setup Mercedes will use in 2026 as he continues to be linked with a move away from Red Bull. According to ex-F1 driver Robert Dornbos, Verstappen has not ruled out a switch to Mercedes. He told Ziggo Sport, "I have heard from my reliable bird that Max is already having conversations with Mercedes purely to see one-to-one what the feeling is for the future. What is Mercedes going to do with the engine is one of the most important questions that would have been discussed. He already knows what they will do at Ford and Red Bull in 2026. That is a crucial year." And this is quite interesting, because I was thinking about this saying, yeah, I know that is dangerous, believe me. But I think in Max's case, it could make sense to go to Mercedes in 2025. I know that sounds silly, but hear me out. Because Max has been with Red Bull, part of the Red Bull family, since day one of entering Formula 1. And if he went to another team, I don't think he's the sort of person maybe that could jump in a car and be able to drive it straight away. So using 2025 to go to Mercedes in the year before the new regulations and certainly the power unit regulations come into effect in 2026 might be a smart move, because it gives you a year to get used to the car, the team, the surroundings, just everything. I'm not saying it's going to happen, of course, but it would make sense. And I do think it's common knowledge that Mercedes are on top of the power unit regulation change from 2026. Maybe I'm thinking outside the box there, but anyway, let me know what you think, because I don't see anything wrong with that, providing you're prepared to give up a potential championship for 2025. But that's all I got for you this evening. As always, thank you so much indeed for your comments, your likes and your shares. It truly does mean a lot to me, and thank you for that, and thank you also for continuing to be here with me. I really and truly do appreciate that too. And if you do like what I do, please consider liking this video, pressing the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get those all important warnings of my future uploads. And until the next time, take care.